Hello civil engineers, welcome to the lecture number 3 on the series of one-way slab. So before we start with the lecture, I have a small announcement to all of my viewers. So I can see that all of my viewers, they watch my videos, but the thing is that you people are not subscribing to my channel. I don't know what's the reason behind that. So I request you one thing. See, whenever you watch my video, you get this subscribe button. So do subscribe to my channel so that it will help me, and also you'll be getting a lot of good videos. And before we start with the lecture, I'll give you a small idea how exactly a YouTube works. You may be wondering how I came to know all those things. See, I get all the data, right? Whenever you people create your own YouTube channel, so I can get, you can say, not subscribe. 85% of my people are viewers have not subscribed to my channel, but they're watching it. So that is why it's written here, watch time from the subscribers. Whereas people those who are subscribed, they're only 14.4%. Rest all are just watching my lectures, but your people are not subscribing, right? That's the one thing. The second data what I get is age and gender. Coming to the male part, see, 85% of my viewers are male, whereas 15% of my viewers are female. And I can get one more details as well from the YouTube, that people those are in the age group of 25 to 34 years, there are about 48% of my viewers. 18 to 24 years of age, there are 46%, and people those are from 35 to 44 years, they are 4.8%, right? So all these are called as data analytics, right? If you people have heard of this, because computer science students, they do a lot of thing, there are good opportunities here, data analytics, big data and all. But again, other than that, I also get to know from India 74% of my students are there. From Nepal it is 1.2, Pakistan 0.4, Philippines 0.1, Ethiopia, of course there is no one, right? Other than that, I also get to know, after watching my channel, which other channel you people go and watch. So there is Civil Engineers Training Institute channel, you go to Civil Site Visit, you go to Reinforced channel, right? So other than that, I come to know each and everything. Like, see, in the last 28 days my channel has got 9,851 views, and in the last 48 hours I got almost 800 views. Okay, you can see here everything. And out of that 800 views, what is the highest number of views that I got views of 305 for my building valuation course, 129 for one way slab, and so on, right? So in this way I get to know, again, this is called as CTR, that is click through rate. What is click through rate? The moment I upload a video, you'll just see my thumbnail, isn't it? Based on my thumbnail, you'll click on the video, so that is called a CTR rate. So it is 5.5, which is pretty good. And also I'll come to know how many audience are coming. Like if I click here, you can see on 22 February I got 206 new viewers, and 43 of the viewers are those viewers who already subscribed to my channel. 206 are the new viewers. So in this way we get all this data from the YouTube. Now coming to the most important question, how much I'm earning from YouTube. See, as of now I'm not earning anything from the YouTube. For you to get money from the YouTube, you need to have 1000 subscriber. Right now I have 2774 subscriber, and I need to get 4000 watch time. As of now I got 2249. So I request you to first subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos. Whether it get monetized or not, it's a different way, right? We are just sharing the knowledge here, but I'm just giving an idea. And along with that, these are the analytics what I get to know, as I mentioned. And also this is my dashboard. In the dashboard I get to know what is the current CTR rate of my lecture, what is the average view duration people are watching. So all those things I come to know. If any comments come, all the comments will come here, and also all these things will come here, who is a recent subscriber and all, right? So I hope you got some idea, something other than the technical knowledge what I share. I will give you an idea how exactly YouTube works. There are many things other than that. Maybe someday we'll try to understand how the YouTube works and how you can create your own YouTube channel, just in case if you're passionate enough, right? Anyhow, we'll go back to the lecture. Now you see here, so you have understood we have placed a shorter span bar, and then we have placed a distribution bar. You can see it here. So these are my distribution bar. You can see here also, here also, here also, even here and here, right? And then the shorter span bar we already seen. Now what we'll do, we'll try to place the shorter span bar again, but this time if you remember, instead of 6 inches we had placed at 12 inches, right? Now wherever that gap was there, right, the 6-inch gap, now in between those two bar I'm going to place my another bar. So, but this bar will be over the beam. If you remember the previous shorter span bar, we were placing it beneath the beam, right? We were passing through the beam, right? But here you see he is placing it above the beam, and the same bar will get crank later, and that is how you get a crank bar. So just hold on to the lecture, you'll get to know what exactly I'm trying to tell. So you can see it's placing it above the beam, and this time it's not passing under the beam, right? So now if I try to explain, see here. So previously, see, now you can see that arrangement. See, one bar is in the bottom, right? Now we are placing the bar at the top. This is my top bar. Then again, that already the bar is in the bottom. Then again we have a top bar. Then again you have a bottom bar. Then you have a top bar, bottom bar, and now this space is empty, right? So here I am going to place a bar, but how it's going to come? It will be on the top. So this bar will come on the top. Again the next bar is on the bottom. Again next bar will come on the top. So this is how you are placing the bar. The one which is in the bottom, no, all those bars were the bars which you place first, and now whatever these people are placing the bar, no, in between these two bottom bar I am going to place one bar which is above, and now the distance what we were supposed to maintain of 6 inches, now we can get this 6 inches center to center spacing. So this is 6 inches, this is 6 inches, this is 6 inches, and so on. Earlier, before placing this bar, it was 12 inches. Now we have placed one more bar in between the 12 inches, so that the spacing has come down to 6 inches, which was mentioned on the structural drawing. Right, you can see it now, you can observe it carefully. Yeah, see it here. So this was your bottom bar, then we have placed a bar above the beam, then the bottom bar, the bar has been placed above the bottom bar, the bar has been placed above, right? So in this way you have to keep your bars. So now you can see that top bottom top bottom top bottom, this is how you have placed the bar, and the spacing has also come down to 6 inches 6 inches and 6 inches everywhere. Right, so you can see the top bottom top bottom top bottom top bottom top bottom and all, right? So finally even those bars have also been placed. So once that is done, you can see it now closely, all the things. See how it has been placed, right? So this was the distribution bar, and over that you have placed the shorter span bar again here, right? So hope you have got an idea up to here how it has been placed. So all these things I've explained in my course, but anyhow this is a very new video what I've explained. The old course has to get updated, and I'll be adding the same thing in my site engineering course. Other than that, all the things have already been explained. Whenever I get new videos, and I keep updating the courses, so this thing also will be updated in my site engineering course after few days. So this is how you pass your distribution bar. Okay. Yeah. So you have to tie it properly with the help of a binding wire. Now I'll go forward a bit and I'll explain in the remaining part. See now what these people are doing. Once you place all this distribution bar, the bar which in this way, right, you can see these people have bind it, I mean with the help of a binding wire they have tied it here, and here also they are going to tie it. Okay, so now a lot of labor is required here so that they'll tie it everywhere. Along with that you have to place the center distribution bar. You can see it here. Now in the center there is no distribution bar. Once they finish all the sides one, even here also your distribution bar will come. Okay, here also distribution bar, here same spacing the distribution bar will come, but they'll do it once they finish tying all these rebars which is in the side with the help of a binding wire, and then it'll come to the center part. Yeah, now see this guy is marking that the spacing what I told, no, is marking. Let us say the marking is, let us say at 6 inches. So this guy is marking that 6 inches center to center spacing, and now they will pass the rebars again. That is a distribution still in case of one-way slab. Okay, they brought the steel. Now these are the rebars and they'll pass it now. So this is how they are trying to pass the bar, and again once these bars are done you will tie it with the help of a binding wire, and after that we'll do the cranking of a bar. Okay, now again we will require these labels, they have to tie it, so they are doing it. We'll try to go forward. Yeah, so up to here it's done. Now I will show you the other part. Now this is how you try to crank the bar. You can see half of the bar is already cranked, but I'll show you in the next, I mean after this we'll try to see how these people are exactly cranking it and why this bar has to be cranked. All those things I've explained in my course. At what distance you have to crank it, has to be crank at L/4 distance. What is the importance of cranking a bar, what is negative bending moment, what is positive bending moment. Like all these things is explained in IS 456 code book. The same thing I explained in my site engineer course. So if you buy my course, the course of the price of the course is very less, it is 400 rupees, right? So you can learn all these things in my course in a more detailed way. Here anyhow I'm not going to reveal that why you have to crank it at L/4 distance, and where and what clause in IS 456 it is mentioned that you have to crank the bar. All those things is explained in my course. You can buy the course either through my app or you can get it from Udemy. And also I get many requests from students that they require certificates. See, one thing I want to make it very clear, the certificates and all, they are of no use. Okay, when you go for the interview, it's your skills and it's your knowledge which matters and not the certificate. Of course you'll get the certificate, but don't do the courses for the sake of certificates. They don't guarantee you any job. Okay, and this ISO certified and all, they're just a scam. ISO certified and all, it's of no use. Okay, no one is going to ask you all those certificate in the interview. It's a big scam what different people and different institutes have done, that they are going to give you ISO certified certificates and all, and first of all that doesn't make any sense. Just learn from the courses, try to gain knowledge and make sure that you have a good resume. Yeah, so instead of taking a certificate, it's better you make a very good resume, and that is how you can clear the interview, right? And of course my courses are going to help you a lot for clearing the interview. Many students have got placed also. So this is how you try to crank the bar. Okay, so this distance will be L/4. At what distance you have to crank, we already marked it here, right? If you remember, this was my crank point, and this is how we try to crank it. So one side is done. Now what will happen, these people will again tie the bar. Okay, the distribution bar you have to tie. No, here how they have to tie, one bar at the top, one bar at the bottom, one bar at the top, one bar at the bottom. This is how they try to tie it. So we'll go forward again. So you can see these people are again, they have come down again, they'll try to bind it. So each and every bar what you are, wherever junction you are getting, no, like see, all the binding is completed here. Here they have done the binding, here they have done, here they have done, here, everywhere they have done the binding. No, so this is how you have to do the binding. So the help of a binding wire. So we'll go forward a bit. Yeah, so now they are going to crank it on the other side as well. So we'll start with that crank. Okay, so this is how they will try to lift it, and this is your crank point, and from here we'll do the cranking of a bar. So usually this crank you can do it wherever the bars are placed, and then you can bring it. So in the local construction, what they do is they tie the bar and then they do the cranking, which is okay, not an issue. Sometimes the best practice is that you do the cranking in the bar bending yard and bring the crank bar and then you place it, so it is easy for you. So both the side you have to crank, here also you have to crank, on this side also you have to crank. Maybe in the next lecture I'll show you the entire slab when it has been finished. Right now we are looking at one particular slab, right? So maybe in the next lecture I'll show you the entire slab and how the electrical works are also done. We'll try to see that in the next lecture. So this particular point what we have now, it's called as point of contraflexure, right? Let me try to give a small, see this point whatever we have now, this point what we have, this point is called as point of contraflexure. That means from here your bending moment is changing. That means the bending moment was a negative bending moment here. This is a negative bending moment, and from here the bending moment will be positive bending moment. So if it is a positive bending moment, you require the bottom steel. That is why you can see a lot of bottom steel. Here it was negative bending moment, it is a negative bending moment, so you require a top steel. Then how do you provide a top steel? So that in order to provide a top steel, what we do is we do a cranking. That is, we have bent the bar and we have taken it to the top, isn't it? We have bent the bar and we have taken it to the top. So that is why the crank bar has to be provided. Other than that, again the code book also says that 50% of something, all those is mentioned in the code book, and all those things I have covered in my course. What do you mean by 50% of area of steel, what is 100% area of steel, and all. Okay, again whenever you do the cranking of a bar, it has to be alternate. Like if you observe it here, this bar will get cranked, this bar will be in the bottom only. Again the bar which is at the top, that will get cranked and not the bottom one. Okay, alternatively you have to do it. Again after that this bar will get cranked. Okay, we'll try to go forward. So it's the same thing what is happening, and finally, yeah, so this is the last one bar is left out. and that's how it is. So this is a one-way slab. You have done the cranking on both the side. If you do it on all the four sides, it becomes your two-way slab. Right now this is my one-way slab because the shorter span is less in comparison to the longer span, hence it is a one-way slab here. Again, what is one-way slab, what is two-way slab, all those is covered in my drawing reading course and in my site engineer course, where you learn what are the different types of slabs, what is one-way slab, what is two-way slabs and all, right? Yeah. So finally, that is how your slab looks, and I hope you have enjoyed the lecture up to here. And as I always mention, you can download the Civil Brains app. You can take those online courses and all. What I have it on Udemy platform, right? And also I have my own Civil Brains app. You can download the app. You can learn from there, or if you want to get it from Udemy also, you can buy it from Udemy. The different courses like site engineer, internship, drawing reading course, diploma in basics, quantity estimation, ETABS, diploma in construction project planning. If you're someone who is a fresher, I would always recommend to start my course with the site engineer, where your basics will be clear. Then you go with the quantity estimation course, where you learn how to take out the quantities of any building, the cement quantities, aggregate quantities and all. Bar bending schedule is also covered. Then you learn the drawing reading course, and after that you can take diploma course, you can take the concrete technology, you can take project planning, and you can take ETABS. But I always suggest to go with this passion, in this way. Go with the site engineer, then you learn quantity estimation, then you come to the drawing reading. So after this course, again you take the diploma one. If you finish these 4 courses, you can clear any interview, entry level interview easily. You can crack it, and there is no doubt in that, right? This much guarantee I can give from my side, that you can crack any interview. At least a beginner level interview you are going to crack if you take my site engineer course, which has everything site engineer related stuff in this. Then you learn how to take out the quantities from the quantity estimation. Then you will be in a position to read any structural drawings that is given to you in a very easy manner if you finish my drawing reading course. And then in the diploma course, there are few things what is not covered in the site engineer, so I try to add it here. So this course will act like a very good foundation to you, and you will have that confidence to face the interview, and definitely you are going to crack the interview, right? So I hope you have enjoyed the lecture up to here. Please do like, subscribe to the channel, and also do remember what I have told. Okay, because I've seen many of my students, they don't subscribe to my channel. So please do that, so that as far as possible quickly we'll be able to reach this particular target of 4,000 with your support. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.